Previously on Beggars and Choosers.
This mini-series is going to make you very famous.
No kidding?
I see you on page 1 of every newspaper in the country.
What?
Audrey, Arabella says the mini's going through the roof.
Well...
Through the fucking roof.
Wow, that's wonderful.
Hey, Nikki, I tell you what, there's a whole bunch of guys in this next scene. Why don't you be one of my men? You know, do the Hitchcock thing?
Well, no, I am simply the technical advisor.
You want authentic? Who's more authentic than you? There's nothing to it. Just be real.
Real.
Action! Vladimir. Sasha. If we stand together, we cannot lose.
See, that was great. That was beautiful. That was real. Moving on.
Moving on.
Parker! That was great, man. That was amazing. Parker?
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 Parker!
We're holding firm at 3.2.
How about 2.3?
Let me get back to you.
My cell phone battery went dead in the middle of the Beverly Center. No! Yes!
All right, cancel my 8 o'clock, switch my 8:30 to 10, and move my entire afternoon to tomorrow morning.
Whatever you do, stay away from the Mocha Java.
He's lying.
So are you.
Yeah, but I'm telling the truth about lying.
No, you're breaking up. I can't hear you. I'm losing you. Yeah, I'm heading into the canyon. Yeah. I'll call you.
Jimmy, I don't think we need the police car in this one, okay? Let's go a little deeper. They haven't put up the crime tape yet, so just come a little deeper into here. I think this is like actually the crime scene here. Okay, there's a boot. I think the body was right there. But Jimmy, before we go to camera, I want you to start on the car. See the bullet holes? Jimmy, over here, the car. See the bullet holes? If you can start on that when we come to camera, okay? Which I think we're going to do shortly. Jimmy, the car. Start on the car. Okay, 2, 1. I'm here at the Calabasas location of the Nikki Krasnikov story, where just a little more than 2 hours ago, Parker Meridian, the star of LGT's hit comedy Parker's Pals, was shot to death in a bizarre life imitates art killing. The murder occurred during the shooting of a fictional hit attempt in the TV miniseries based on the life of reputed Russian mobster Nikolai Nikki Krasnikov, who, in a bizarre twist, was present during the incident and, people are speculating, may have been the real target of the assassination. Meridian was playing Krasnikov, who was actually working as an extra on the set when the bullet, which conceivably was meant for Krasnikov, hit the well-known actor. Detective Mosh.
Candida, I have nothing further to add to the statement I issued earlier.
Is this going to be handled by the Organized Crime Division, Detective?
There is no evidence at the moment that this was gang-related.
What about Nikki Krasnikov? Have you talked to him?
No, Krasnikov has not been questioned at this time. Thank you. Excuse me.
That from LAPD Detective Alphonse Mosh, who in yet another bizarre coincidence was in charge of the investigation into the disappearance of LGT's Mountain Man writer-producer Kendall Gifford last September. This is Candida Bupkis reporting from Calabasas. Back to you, Tim and Penny.
The death of TV star Meridian has stunned people all over Hollywood. Reached today at his office at the Charisma Agency in Beverly Hills, longtime Meridian agent and friend Brad Advale spoke with our Hap Trovers.
All I can say, Hap, is that words have no power to convey the emptiness I feel inside of me. The hole in my heart, left by the departure of my dear friend and colleague, Parker Meridian, is big enough to drive a truck through. A very large truck.
NBC President Barry Berman echoed the feelings of many executives we contacted today when he spoke of the loss of Meridian to the entire television industry.
I think that I can speak for the entire industry when I say that the tragic loss of this man, his talent, his humor, his work ethic, will be felt for a long time. And even though his show wasn't on NBC, all of us here in Burbank will mourn his loss.
Attempts to reach LGT President Rob Malone were unsuccessful. In other news, the radio...
I just don't like having a microphone shoved in my face and having what I say reduced to a soundbite. Did you hear Barry Berman? God. Unbelievable. Mourn his loss? Come on, they're dancing in the aisles in Burbank. They finally got a shot at some real numbers Tuesday at 9.
What are you going to do about the show?
I can't think about that now. I don't... I never should have cast him in that role.
Hon, there was nothing you could have done to prevent this.
Well, I could have arranged for more security on the set.
No.
Yes.
No, it was just a tragic accident. Now, look, you've got a big day tomorrow. Why don't you go home and get some sleep?
Okay, but don't you think that Audrey ought to come back to the house with us tonight? Really?
She wants to be near him.
Well, he's at the coroner's.
I know, but she says she feels closer to him, more connected here at the beach house.
Okay, I'm just gonna go in there and say goodnight.
She's sleeping.
Oh.
Look, I'll call you in the morning, okay? Come on.
You know, I never really liked him. I'm sorry, Cecile, but that's the truth.
I know. I know that, but your daughter was in love with him. So you'll be big about this, won't you?
Rob, I'm so sorry.
Thank you.
Sorry about your loss.
Thank you.
Rob,
Yeah, it's gonna be great. Hey, Rob.
I feel for your family.
Rob, I'm so sorry. Is Audrey all right?
As well as can be expected. Thank you.
Oh, the phone has not stopped ringing. Condolence calls and the flowers. I don't know where to put them anymore.
I don't know why people are sending them to us. I mean, what about his family?
There's just a mother in New Jersey. Perhaps you should call her.
Debbie, why should I call Parker's mother?
I don't know. He had
A relationship with my daughter, yes, but as far as I know, Audrey never even met Parker's mother. I mean, it's not like we're family. Well, there's a staff meeting in 5 minutes.
Why wear black? If you cared about someone, you should look nice.
Well, life goes on.
Yeah, right. Life goes on. But I've got a multi-million-dollar miniseries in production and no lead. If I was going to be in mourning, that's what I would be mourning about.
Good morning.
Good morning, Mom. But I just want to express my personal condolences for your loss. It's so sad, you know. It's
Yeah,
just
well, thank you.
so sad.
Yeah. Okay, everybody, we've got quite a big agenda today, so let's get started. First, there's the Mini, which is currently in production, and then there is Parker's Pals, which is fortunately on hiatus at the moment, but we do have renewal options coming up for the talent when?
Pick up our latest May 30th.
Okay, so first the Mini. Can we shoot around him for a few days?
Well, I mean, maybe like a day and a half if we use a photo double for some wide action shots. I mean, but that's about it. He was in every scene.
Marty, check with the insurance carrier about whether the talent contracts can be force majeure on the Mini. And Laurie, I want you to call Will and see if he'll stick with the film if we extend the stop date but squeeze the post time. Now, Nancy, what posture are we going to take in the press?
Well, first of all, seeing as this is also a family loss...
No, I'm not his family. Okay, everybody? I appreciate your concern and your expressions of sympathy, but just because Parker was having a relationship with my daughter does not make him a member of my family. He was a business associate, period. What about trade ads then?
I think we need to be in both Variety and The Reporter.
Both?
Yes.
Look, there's no money left in the second quarter ad budget.
Marty, when the biggest star on your network dies, you take an ad out.
Saying what?
Saying something like the crying Mickey Mouse Disney does whenever somebody kicks. I mean, they do it for just about everybody. A sound editor dies at 94, and they have that fucking mouse dripping tears all over the trades. It's enough to make you want to puke.
All right. Nancy, you have the art department work up something for me to look at that gives us time to get in under the deadline for tomorrow's edition. It's got to be something simple and dignified, all right? Now, what else?
What if we put together a short commemorative film about Parker?
You mean a tape tribute?
Yeah, something we could give out to the media to broadcast on local and national news. I mean, all we would need is a cameraman and an editor and someone to oversee it, of course.
Yeah, but who's got the time?
Well, I could, throw something together, I think.
No, Casey, you've got dailies of pilots in production to look at.
Yes, but for something this important, I would make the time.
Oh, right.
Well, thank you, Casey. Then, now, the Human Resources Department has arranged for us to have a grief counselor for a couple days.
What?
Well, it's company policy when there's been a violent death.
Excuse me. I'm sorry, but this isn't the post office.
Okay, Lori, you don't have to see the grief counselor if you don't want to. Nobody has to. It's just mandated by Human Resources, all right? Jeez. It's Mr. Parafafdan or something. I don't know. He's going to be here in the conference room from noon till 5 today and tomorrow. So that's it. Now, let's all just try to get back to work, okay?
What if we got a picture of LL with tears in her eyes?
Maybe we should get EL crying in his coma.
Hello?
Yeah, it's me. Is she okay?
Oh. Well, she's still a bit weepy, but she's starting to talk, which is good. She even spoke to Parker's mother on the phone this morning. She's flying in this afternoon.
Well, have arrangements been made?
Apparently, Parker left instructions that he wanted to be cremated, so Audrey wants to have the cremation tomorrow. And I checked with the police, and they'll release the body later this afternoon after the autopsy.
Okay.
So I thought maybe a little memorial service at the chapel and then a small reception at the beach house.
Well, let me talk to her, okay?
Okay. Sweetheart, your father wants to say hi.
Daddy?
Hon, how you doing? Is Mommy staying there with you?
Yeah.
Good. You know, if there's anything you need, I want you to be okay. You just let me know.
Thank you. No, I'm gonna be okay.
Okay. You know I love you, don't you?
I love you too. Okay.
We've got to go full page on this.
Full color?
Afraid so.
It's gonna run over 5 in the National. What if we went with metallic? The black gilt border. Running out for 32.35 in the National.
If we went to the Hollywood edition, we could lose the borders and go back to MASH at 24.35.
We had to go National. It was our biggest client.
What about the first right-hand page?
Extra 25%. Look what NBC is doing.
I think we ought to go with it, Barry. What do you think?
I think the back page is a bit much. I mean, the guy wasn't even on our network.
I like what the back page says about NBC, Barry.
You don't think it's excessive?
I think it's a terrific gesture. I think it shows that NBC is above inter-network rivalry and they're all part of a compassionate business.
Compassionate is good.
And we can get a deal if we block book this issue and promote our May sweep shows at the same time.
I heard that Charisma's going for the back page.
Shit. Really?
Yep, and with a black gilt border.
Jesus. That's going over 6 National. They going 4 color?
I don't know. My guy in the mailroom hasn't seen the final pay stub. What's LGT doing?
National first right-hand page, metallic.
We got to go at least full page, metallic, local.
Oh, you don't want to go National?
We didn't even represent him.
Hey, you want Brad Adville's clients to think we're pikers?
4 color, national, back page, black gilt edge border, 68.50.
Out the door?
Out the door.
It just seems bland.
Well, you said you wanted it simple and dignified.
Okay, but what about the corporate logo?
You want the LGT logo in the end?
Yes. No. I mean, shit, I don't know. How long do we have till the deadline?
4 hours.
Okay, well, have them take another pass at it with the logo, all right?
Rob, Sergeant Marsh of the LAPD is here to talk to you.
I don't have time to talk to him.
I explained that you were very busy, and he said that so is he.
Okay, tell him 5 minutes, that's all.
Detective Marsh, Mr. Malone will see you now.
Mr. Malone.
Detective Marsh, I have 5 minutes, that's all. I see you still have your mug.
Yes, Letitia was kind enough to save it for me.
Well, you know, I don't know why you want to talk to me. I wasn't even there.
Why weren't you there?
Why wasn't I there? Detective, the head of a network doesn't have time to spend his day on the set of a mini-series. I've got about 112 other things to do here. Anyway, why aren't you talking to the extras casting people? Because it's obvious that Stenka Pifkin planted one of his men with real bullets as an extra. And Parker got hit, either by, ricochet or mistake.
You seem a little upset, Mr. Malone. But that's understandable. Now, whose idea was it to cast Mr. Meridian as Mr. Krasnikov?
Mine. Why?
No reason, just a little background information, that's all. Now tell me about your relation with Mr. Krasnikov.
I don't have any relationships with Nicky Krasnikov except for business.
But didn't Mr. Krasnikov visit you at your house in Brentwood in February?
Yes, as a matter of fact. How did you know about that? Have you spoken to him?
In there.
Thank you.
No problem, Mr. Captain.
Just look straight at the camera, Margaret.
You just want me to talk about him?
Yes. Head and shoulders, not too tight.
Right.
Well, he was a star at LGT. His show, Parker's Pals, grew slowly in the ratings and became a top 10 hit 2 years ago.
Margaret, could you speak a little more personally about the man himself?
Well, he was funny, I suppose. People found him funny. He wrote some of his own material.
Something anecdotal, maybe, a personal reminiscence.
Actually, I never met him.
Cut.
So, how long has this relationship with your daughter been going on?
I don't know. A couple of months, maybe 6 months.
How do you feel about that?
Excuse me?
Mr. Meridian's relationship with your daughter, how do you feel about it?
Look, Detective, that is a very personal question, which has no relevance, as far as I can see, to Parker's murder.
Really?
Yes, really.
You ever read Euripides, Mr. Malone?
Yes, I have read Euripides.
Then you know who Electra was.
I mean, I'm watching the local news, and all of a sudden they interrupt this story on salmonella with a special news bulletin. It's like learning your brother was killed in a plane crash while watching 60 Minutes.
No, worse.
10 times worse. On a film set.
I mean, if you can't feel safe on a film set, where can you feel safe?
It's a violation of the sanctity of the film set.
I'm already having reoccurring nightmares.
We were like family.
3 years on that same set.
Babe, Parker would want us to laugh about this, wouldn't he? He'd turn it into material. Parker goes on a plane trip, plane goes down. Nick and Ellen hear about it on TV.
It's the wrong plane?
No, it's the right plane. But he's not on it. He was caught in traffic.
And he fought with the cab driver.
Who was a Pakistani who didn't understand a word of English.
So they wind up with the cab driver's family in the Bronx having Christmas dinner.
But they're Muslim.
Oh, excuse me. I have a couple of things I need to deal with. So.
We can do the show, Malcolm. Just Nick, Theodore, and me. We can do it.
We should keep Mrs. Mendelsohn.
Guys, Parker isn't even buried yet.
He'd want this, Malcolm. He'd want the show to go on.
It would be an insult to his memory to pull it.
Right,
A desecration.
Let's lose Mrs. Mendelsohn.
The crying logo still needs a little work.
A crying logo.
You know, like the Disney crying mouse.
Nancy, a mouse can conceivably cry, but a logo, I mean...
It's symbolic. You don't like it?
I want to try something a little more dignified, okay?
Well, I thought just the crying logo was very understated.
Logos don't cry, Nancy.
It's a little abstract, don't you think?
LGT is going with the crying logo.
Yeah, but it's not clear what the K stands for.
You're right, Gavin. We don't have a logo. Why the fuck don't we have a logo?
We don't have an art department.
Who needs an art department? Just find a secretary who can draw. And let's get a logo. Have it cry.
Stacy. Yeah, I need somebody who can draw. Draw. As in pictures.
I don't see why we can't go with the standard crying NBC peacock.
His charisma's going with the crying logo.
Charisma? Do they have a logo?
I've never seen one.
I know what it looks like, okay?
I don't know. It's just... I don't know. It seems it's a contradiction in terms. You know, a crying, proactive person. I mean, proactive means proactive. You know, and proactive people don't cry.
Not even when they mourn the passing of a great TV person.
No, that's my whole point. They're proactive. They take positive steps. They heal. They rebuild. They move forward.
So we have the messenger moving forward with tears in his eyes.
That could work. That could work. Maybe hanging a wreath, you know, but a brightly colored wreath, signifying rebuilding, moving forward. Proactively.
I'm sorry I can't be more helpful, Detective. You see, I just developed a miniseries. Once projects are in production, I'm in the background. You know? I watch dailies, make the occasional phone call to the director, nice work, more coverage, stroke the actors, that type of shit.
I see. Well, tell me about your relationship with Nicholas Krasnikoff.
What?
Well, I believe you are on intimate terms with Mr. Krasnikoff, are you not?
Excuse me, Detective, but that's none of your goddamn business.
I wish it wasn't. Believe me, Miss Volpone, it gives me no pleasure to delve into people's personal lives, but there is a murder investigation here, and we have to look at every possible angle.
Right. Well, Mr. Krasnikoff had nothing to do with this.
I'm sure he didn't. But the murder did occur on the set of a TV movie about his life. The victim was an actor playing him, and the TV network involved was your network. So it seems to me there might be some fertile ground to explore here.
Cliff, tell him I'm gonna have to call him back. Do you know who I just blew off? Dick Wolf.
I'm sorry.
The man behind Law and Order. Emmy. Best Drama, 1997.
Tell me, have you ever been to Mr. Krasnikoff's place of business?
Oh, for Christ's sakes.
It's a vegetable market on Santa Monica Boulevard in West Hollywood.
Yes, I've been there.
Were you familiar with the nature of Mr. Krasnikoff's business at that time?
Of course, Mr. Krasnikoff imports Russian vegetables, which he resells to supermarkets in the neighborhood. It's a fascinating subject for a 6-hour, $20 million miniseries, don't you think? I mean, can't you just see it? 30 million Americans glued to their TV sets for 3 straight nights, agonizing over the fluctuations of the rutabaga market.
You know, Ms. Volpone, I've always found that sarcasm is of little use in a conversation. Now, where were we? Ah, yes, the nature of your relationship with Mr. Krasnikoff.
You want the truth?
That would be useful.
About every 6 weeks, he fucks my brains out.
Marketing thinks we need to find a way to do this.
I don't see it, Marty.
It's an in-house production. We're in for 40% of the net, and it's going to be a very big net.
Okay, look, I just don't understand how we're going to keep it on the air without Parker.
We're 22 episodes shy of a syndication package. 22 episodes, Rob. We got to be able to find 22 more and throw them together.
Yeah, but no one's going to watch it without Parker.
Will you just think about it?
Okay.
An incalculable loss, Rob. Incalculable.
What do you want, Brad?
Let's talk.
Yeah.
Pain is easier to bear when it's shared, Rob.
Okay, look, I don't have much time.
He had plenty of time for you. 3 years, 66 episodes. Week in, week out, he delivered for you. And not just film, but numbers.
All right, Brad, can we just cut to the chase?
22 more gives you a syndication package. He lives on in reruns. We're part of America's family.
Well, we can try to sell the 66 that we have.
Rob, he was worth more than 66.
Well, that's all we have.
So you make some more.
Without him.
Why not?
How do I do that?
That's why writers are invented, pal.
Okay, Brad, I don't think it's a tribute to him to put on some slap-together show just to fill out the syndication package. The real tribute to him would be to let him go out at the top.
Au contraire, Rob. Parker had concerns for all of us. You, me, his co-stars, the American public. He wouldn't want to shortchange them. I had a dream, Rob. You know what that dream was? 5 nights a week in syndication. Stripped Monday to Friday. Opposite an aging MASH, a softening Cheers, a dying Seinfeld. What more fitting tribute for a great human being?
Oh, I just realized I gotta blow my nose. Should we keep going? So, are we rolling? Hello?
Yes.
Yes? Good. Because I really don't want this to take fucking all day, okay? Hi. Lori Volpone here. So, Parker, yes, Parker. He was a very big star, and he, I think I'll start that one again.
Can you say something about Parker the man?
Yeah, Parker was an egomaniac. Thanks, Casey.
Can you say something nice?
Sure. Something nice. Parker was a very successful, very successful egomaniac. Look, Parker didn't just deliver an audience. He delivered 18 to 34 urban, okay? And he skewed higher during reruns, which, from a network's point of view, is as good as it gets. So all in all, I would say Parker is one terrific guy. Oh, good. Are we fucking done? Because I gotta go.
What? It's called digitized imaging. You computer scan existing film. You digitize it in your computer. Then you load it into a camera that mats it onto the film.
What, you mean it's like resurrecting Parker digitally?
Basically.
Oh, that's creepy.
But you don't have to worry about residuals, overtime, and they never complain.
Lovely business we're in.
It's not a business, Rob. It's a lottery.
It's about as simple and dignified as you can get,
Well,
Rob.
yeah, but don't you think it's a little bit too simple and dignified?
We could put a black gilt edge border around it.
No. How much time till the deadline?
20 minutes.
Go with it. What is this?
It's KA, Charisma Agency.
I hate it. Just a K?
It's on a field of azure.
That's azure. Looks like blue to me. Yeah. Who? What's going on? No shit. LGT's losing the logo.
Really? No logo at all?
Nothing. Just name and dates.
Simple.
And dignified.
You want to lose the logo?
Yeah.
We'll lose the logo.
Let's go with just name and dates. on a field of azure.
Hello?
Come in.
I'm Mel Cafetan. Would you like to talk? That's good. It's cathartic.
Here you go, honey.
Thanks,
You know, you really should eat something, Audrey.
Mom. No, I'm not hungry.
You're gonna need some strength for tomorrow.
I just wish it was over.
I know, sweetheart, but people want to pay their respects.
Parker never went to anybody else's funeral. Why should anybody come to his?
Because he had a lot of friends in this business?
No, he didn't. He had a lot of people who wanted things from him, but he didn't have any real friends. We never got invited to people's houses. We never went to parties. We just stayed home all the time.
Well, he was a singular individual.
He was a son of a bitch. He was vain and insecure and selfish.
But you loved him.
Yeah. God knows why. He was funny, though. You know, Mom, he really was funny.
I'll get it.
Thanks, Mom.
How can I help you?
I'm so sorry for your loss.
Excuse me, but who are you?
Oh, Myra Vilnich, Malibu Beach Properties. I leased the house to Parker last August. I thought I would just drop by and express my condolences and bring you a hot dish.
Well, that's very kind of you, Myra.
So sorry for your loss.
Actually, it's not my loss. It's my daughter Audrey's.
Oh, I see. Oh, Audrey, I'm so sorry for your loss.
Thank you.
I don't suppose your plans have crystallized yet.
Plans?
Will Audrey be staying on at the beach house?
Oh, well, I think it's a little too early to be making those plans, don't you?
Oh, of course. Yeah. Of course, forgive me. But you ought to know that it is rented month to month, and we'll need next month's rent by the 15th in order to hold it.
Well, thank you for your consideration, Myra.
Okay. Bye.
Bye.
Bye. Oh, he was a good man.
He was a son of a bitch.
И все берем калашников. Сашка, напиваешь каждый третий разрывной. Сенька Пивкина надо гасить наверняка.
Хорошо, придумал. Полный.
Nikki, what the hell's going on? I just got frisked outside.
This is not a good time.
Apparently. Look, we need to talk.
Not now, Volpone.
Now, Nikki.
Подождите в другой комнате.
Пошли.
Look, I know I've said this before, but this time I really mean it, and this time we're not going to wind up fucking on the table. Those were real bullets in those prop guns, Nikki, and they were meant for you. Parker was just in the wrong place at the wrong time. An innocent man was killed. We lost a top 10 hit and a miniseries in one fell swoop. And why? Because of some dick measuring contest between you and Stenka Pifkin over the San Pedro docks. I know I'm going to sound just like Diane Keaton in The Godfather when I say this, Nikki, but I am sick and tired of this whole Russian vendetta thing. I've had it up to here with you and your guns and your feuds and your fucking sense of honor. Whatever it is between you and Stenka Pifkin, get over it. Settle it. Give him the fucking docks or go back to Minsk and settle it there. I don't give a shit, but stop it right now. I'm sick of it. You fucked up my miniseries, Nikki. You fucked up my Tuesday night. And you fucked me up.
Popone.
No, Nikki, don't say anything. There's nothing you can say.
Of course not. Look at me, Popone. If you can look at me, you can walk away. You can walk out of here and never see me again. You can only leave something you can look at. Am I right?
What the fuck does that mean?
If you walk out of here without looking at me, you will not have left.
I'm looking at you.
Yes, you are.
Nikki. Just go see Stenka Pifkin. Look him in the face. And then you can walk away from it. Am I right?
Если это было так просто.
Just give him the goddamn docks, Nikki. Is that so hard?
We're here to say goodbye to Parker Meridian, a man whom America knew as Parker Price and whose exploits on Tuesday night
So we are left with only a memory of this wonderful man who lived our lives with laughter. For what greater gift is there than laughter? What better legacy to leave? When we remember this warm and loving man, we will remember his gift of laughter. And the moments we shared in his all too brief sojourn lives. And those special moments we each had knowing him. Let's pray. Thou wast, thou hast chosen, thou art thy wrath, thy staff, thou preparest a table before me in the presence of my enemies. Thou anointest my head with oil, my cup overflows.
Was a hell of a human being. If you think this is a problem, you trust I was always all the work. Always. I didn't tell you. He wanted to show you all the physically, and he pushed you to make it that way. I think you could describe his ideas, a hole in my heart. His enthusiasm. A whole large enough. But it looks too. Very large chunk. When I first came into the restaurant 100 years ago, I received a phone call. My dog had run over. I was sitting at the producers. I was devastated. Didn't want to go on. But Parker, give me a look. Just one look. That said, hey, get it together. This is a human being. This is a Lynch.
Parker Meridian was the type of man that you wanted on your team. And we at LGT were glad to have him on ours. He was a very talented and dedicated man who worked very hard and selflessly to make everyone who came in contact with him a little better for the experience. We'll all miss him. All I'm saying is that if you're looking at convertibles, you want to look at the Jaguar. The BMW is just
B minus. So,
I don't know. C plus.
Ted Rosenthal showed up and Brady didn't. That's a chance going with LGT. He should.
He's working for it.
It's got a terrific. Okay. Have you tried it?
No, I haven't.
You want to try it? Go on, go ahead.
Oh, gosh, yeah, listen, no hard feelings about the grass and cocktail, right?
Oh, of course. I mean, an event like this brings us along.
Nice!
So, what are you doing about Tuesdays at 9?
I don't know, Chad. We're thinking of running a half-hour animated series about dental plaque.
Sounds like a winner. Listen, if you ever get tired of being a captain steward on the Titanic,
No lease, huh?
Month to month.
15?
17.5, but that includes the association fee.
Cable?
Dish.
Oh, shit. Nice to meet you, Myra. Well, kiddo, life goes on. So, you must be thinking of fresh starts, new beginnings, the old order change it, etc. I suppose this place has heavy memories for you.
Love this place.
Of course you do, of course. Best days of your life, etc., etc. It's a wonderful place, Audrey. Has the dish.
The dish?
Did you get all the NFL games on Sunday?
Really?
Musky, but not frivolous. And great legs. Speaking of legs, you look like you work out a lot, do you? You do, don't you? I do. You can tell. Thank you.
I'm sorry we had to meet under these circumstances, Mrs. Meridian. Had you been out to visit recently? No. Well, it must have been so hard with, you know, with him being so busy and you living in New Jersey. You know, Audrey lives 15 minutes away from us, and sometimes it feels as though we never see her.
Which one is Rob Malone?
Oh, he's standing right over there at the bar.
Thank you.
Marty, that is exactly why they're called chick magnets, because that's what they do. A convertible is great for that.
Yeah,
You're young, you're single. Okay, well, you're single.
Mr. Malone?
Yeah, Miss Meridian. I'd like you to meet a colleague of mine. This is Marty Hertz. Marty, this is Parker's mother. Thank you.
What the hell is that?
It's a letter from her lawyer.
A lawyer?
Yeah, we're being sued for wrongful death.
What can I say about Parker Meridian?
He was a man among men. He was a terrific human being. He was a mensch. A hole in my heart, left by the departure of my dear friend and colleague, Parker Meridian, is big enough to drive a truck.
No, you know, I want to sleep in my own bed and just...
Are you sure you're going to be okay?
Yeah, I'll be fine. Thanks.
Well, you could come home with us, you know, because you still have a room there.
Thanks, Daddy. You know, I would rather be here right now, okay? Thank you. Thanks for coming.
Yeah, take it easy, Audrey.
You call if you need.
I'll be fine.
Promise.
Yeah.
His work ethic, we felt for a long time. And even though his show wasn't on NBC, all of us here in Burbank mourn his loss.